If I graduated dental school in 2025 and I knew what I knew now, oh my goodness, I would have done this whole dental journey completely differently. So this video today is literally advice that I wish somebody would have shoved in my face while I was in dental school so I can be more prepared for the real world. So if you're a D3 or D4 or just even freshly graduated, listen up. This might save you a ton of stress, regret, and even burnout. And the first tip, I go rural, like more rural, harder and faster as much as I could. See, when I moved to Fort Myers out of NYU, I didn't realize how much raw opportunity there was in rural dentistry. And it's not just about job opportunities. This puts you in an environment where you're able to get the repetition. You're able to be surrounded by patients who are a little more forgiving when you make mistakes. These jobs rural, a gold mine for anybody looking to become the best possible dentist in the shortest amount of time there is. Since there weren't as many dentists nearby, I was able to do more complicated procedures and more patients are willing to say yes due to the lack of saturation. Being in these areas means that there's high demand for more complex procedures and less qualified people to do it. So in this game of dentistry, I see it going one of two directions in terms of the type of dentist you want to become. Okay, pardon my language, but the first kind of dentistry I call is like bad bitch dentistry. The type of dentist who's like looking to get into veneers and whitening, high aesthetic crowns, and really specific gingival contouring and smile design. And this is because from my own personal experience, a lot of the pretty girls in my class and like a lot of pretty girls in dentistry, this is what it seems like they tailor themselves towards. And I get it. Like, who wants to do what I do, right? Like, which is the other side of dentistry, where you go into full bloodbath mode, talking straight surgery all the time, surgical extractions, flaps, grafts, implants, chaos, all that gory good stuff. Both paths are valid. Both are dope. But you've got to know which one is yours pretty early on, not when you're already stuck in the game 3 years too late. And in my opinion, the best place to figure these things out is rural America. People hate the idea of going to rural America. I get it, it's shitty. I know, I live in Miami now, I used to live in Manhattan, but I still did my time in rural. But out there, you get thrown into the fire. You're not just sitting around like most new grads, waiting for insurance approval, or having all your patients say no to you. You're not getting boxed out by 5 other dentists within a 2-mile radius. I went corporate and rural, so I got the best of both in terms of the amount of repetition. And I was actually doing a damn lot of work, and I was doing it fast, and I was getting my skills up pretty quickly. When I first started with Aspen, I didn't really have much clarity, and I wish I would have known earlier which I would have liked more, because now I want to do more of implant dentistry. And actually, Affordable Dentures and Implants is a much better company if that's the path that you want to go to. Aspen gave me a little bit more of everything, but the Affordable Dentures implant program for new grads, I've heard insanely good things about it. Real cases, real speed, real skills. They put you on a pathway and eventually you're doing all on X within 2 to 3 years. Phenomenal. I wish I would have done that. And there's not many affordable dentures and implants practices in major metropolitan cities for a very specific reason. These are $100 million companies with the best business minds of all time operating these things. Think about where they're putting these practices and why. Next topic. If I was in my D3 or D4 year, I would spend a lot more time in clinic and I would treat it like a residency in and of itself. Like, all right, dental school is overpriced, the curriculum's inefficient, it's outdated, we all know that. But it's still the safest place you'll ever have to fail. The moment you graduate, they are shutting that door, they're taking all your money when they can, and you'll never get a chance to learn in an environment like that again. Pretty much risk-free. You've got access, you've got specialists, you have instructors, you have technology, some places, but most of us waste it, including myself. If I had to do it over, I would have basically moved into the specialty clinics, like set up a little tent in the corner in the perio office or the endo office or the OS office, and not just to pass the competencies, but to become someone who actually was ready to handle more complex cases after graduation. Because reality check, after graduation, there's no safety net. There's no instructors, there's no backup. It's just you in those 4 walls, sometimes with a screaming patient, and you just gotta act. And because we're so poorly trained in school, many of us fail to actively try to learn the hard stuff. Most of us are scared. And honestly, it's not our fault. Dental school just didn't teach us enough. But at least it gave us an environment to explore new opportunity. So if you're still in school, stop coasting. Try to squeeze it all out. Ask the dumb questions, assist on some weird stuff, Fail in front of your instructors while you still can. And my third tip today is actually the most important, and this one hits the deepest. Back in school, I used to think this job would be easy. Show up, clean some teeth, make 6 figures, play golf and basketball on Friday. Wrong. You see, dentistry is beautiful, but it's brutal too. And if you're not mentally prepared for this kind of stuff, it will break you. Because I'm currently living through it now. You will have days where your body's aching, your patients are yelling, your assistants are frustrated, and your brain is just screaming like, what am I doing here? Sometimes you make a ton of mistakes and your clinical procedures are failing, and then you ask, am I even good enough for this? You will mess up. You will think about it on the drive home. Ask me how I know. I am still living this every single day. You live in a constant state of doubt, even when you're doing everything right. After facing this demon literally daily, I've come to learn that it's just part of the game. The dentists who survive the longest, work the most hours, the ones who thrive, they're not the most talented guys. They're the ones who just keep showing up. They're the ones who double down on their vision even when it hurts. Those people who take ownership for their growth, physically, mentally, financially, and even spiritually. Because yes, financial freedom and peace and purpose is all part of this career. You can get these things, but none of it is handed to you. So as you approach real life dentistry, ask yourself the hard questions. Who do you want to be in 5 years? What procedures do you see yourself doing every day and every week? What kind of patients do you actually enjoy working with? Start mapping all these things out now and not later. And then reverse engineer that post-grad plan of yourself, and it'll help you become the best version of you. I hope you know that I'm making these videos because I know how lonely it is along the journey and what it looks like around when you're thinking. But just remember that you're not alone, and you've never been alone. We're all here trying to build something together, and something that's very, very helpful to everybody involved. If I ever get the free time to create this school community, I will leave the link in the description below, and you can definitely join it where we can build a better generation of dentists together. But until then, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, please boost the algorithm. The content I feel is really, really good, and I get really good feedback, but just a little bit of interaction with the algorithm goes a long, long way. If you like this video, drop a comment down below. I'll see y'all next time. Dr. Rana, peace!